Hello. Welcome to another video of Kabroda looking at levels on price action and really just understanding just how to trade and really how to look at price action and just learn just charts. I mean, that's what we're here for. That's what we're always working on. And we did talk about a little bit the higher time frames or the middle zone, the 1 hour, 4 hour. I kind of want to go back and look at that again today in this video and kind of show you, a lot of times you see people put lines on a chart and connect points. And a lot of times you're kind of wondering like, well, why did they pick that point on the chart? So a lot of times they'll say, well, you have a high and then a lower high, those two connect. And then other times it doesn't work. And that's what I want to kind of show you right now, how to understand what the points you want to look for. And whether you're in a downtrend or uptrend. And let's go ahead and dig into the charts real quick and I'll explain a little bit what I'm talking about. I definitely want to do this on the higher time frame, so I'm going to be doing this on the 1 hour, and we could look at the 4 hour as well, but let's go ahead and start with the 1 hour. Now, in the past, if you watch other videos, I was pointing out the way price action basically had broken through this area and then it came up and gained this area up here. Well, there's your first point of contact. You could have used this a little bit. This is a weird price action though. For me, I'm not really excited about using that because it's a weird price action, meaning that it just spiked out of nowhere. It's on the weekly candle close. Then we spiked right back down. We found support quickly, and then Monday was a nice clean trade. And then after that, the price action was pretty clear. It came right up. Broke down, lost the support, which was right on this line right here, broke down, which was good, but that also built a strong area down here for us, and then we came back up. And when we rejected here, there's your point of contact where now you have 2 points, so then you can mark the two together, and then now you can create a line. 2 points, you can make a line. Then this obviously rejected, came down, built strength down here. Now you might be wondering like, well, how would you know this was going to take off and run up? You didn't, because the trend was down at this point. It was bearish. We just walked through losing the energy and starting to break down. Show us was going to go bearish. It did start to break down. Obviously, when it broke through this key area right through here, which was the key area back here, that's how you could have drawn the line through here and known, okay, well, if we lose this area after the last second lowest high, we're going down. So it went ahead and broke down. Now this is starting to trade back, and we're looking at like, okay, well, this could go up. Now it was creating higher highs through here, but this area could have easily broken down and started to try to run up here and then crack back down again. So this wasn't really showing us what it was going to do. And this is where you got to be careful, because really what we needed to do is get back above this high and create another higher high to create the trend of the next direction, or it's going to backtest in here and couldn't break through this area right here, and another thing is to see it break down. So that's why I would stay away from anything in this zone, because if you're going to trade it back up, you could have said, I'm going to trade it back up to at least this area or back up to the breakout area, and then I'm going to take my trade off. The hard part is you just don't know how far this could have gone. This could have easily just started to go up right here, lost it right up in this area right here, and then crashed. So yeah, don't get caught in that when you're trying to trade trends. This is the kind of move is probably the most dangerous really in trading now. Since we have these 2 points that I just marked, those are hard lines in the sand. That's what I was talking about earlier. How do you find your points? Well, everything that just laid out here was stair stacking down, so you knew which way the direction was going of the chart. You also knew that these were strong lines in the sand that you could actually mark your line off of. So you can see you mark the trend down through here. This line right here, it's just hanging out here, because right now I don't have a point. So it's just a line sitting out there. I have the point here, but I can't use these right here because these aren't a break zone. So a lot of people would say, well, you could have drawn this it's not clear right now, because really what I'm saying is this is really the up move. This right here is just noise. Ran up, and now we got these closes. We broke through this, so now I am switching the trend. So really what we're waiting for is this to, maybe this will go up a little higher, I don't know. Really it's just that continuation line all the way up to where we find that true top, and then I should see this break back down, which I would like to see it break down into a solid area of support, which more than likely is kind of where we're already sitting right now for support. Now this could have been just basically a small pullback before we run again. That's kind of what I'm watching for. I do kind of see this kind of run up, and then really what I'm looking for is probably to have it pull back, and whatever point it pulls back into will give me the second area, which is like, it's like this but reverse, right? You had your first point, your second point. This is the first point down here. It runs up, it broke through this trend, so now it's telling me it's shifting. Finds a nice solid top area, gets a pullback into the next area, and now I can turn around and connect the dots. Well, you can see I'm not worrying about these down here, but because they're just noise at this point. This was just kind of structural noise, if you want to look at it that way, for breaking out. But you really didn't get a strong confirmation until it broke up. And then you could have, if you wanted to take a trade today, if you're looking like, well, when do I trade? Well, right here, when it broke above and closed and back tested this trend, is where you could have got in. Where do you put your stop? You could have ran it really tight up right up against this 200 and, let this trade out. Could easily run up to any of these areas and get a nice move. We'll have to see. Now, you could have traded a little more conservative and get down below these moving averages, really where that breakout was, and let this trade, because this could have easily broke out and then come back down into this area before we get a nice solid move. But this could actually just keep going. This could take a little breather right here and get up into this area and get a close, kind of like what I'm showing already. Because it hasn't really confirmed it's confirmed the breakout. That's good. So we got the change in direction right through here. It broke it and then confirmed it got above this higher area. That's what you wanted to see. Now that downtrend is broken, and now we're setting up the next waves, if you will, of an area for us to go to. So we're really looking at, like, here's your wave, first wave, 0 to 1. Then we're going to get a second wave, and then that's where your confirmation comes in. As it breaks out of this area right here on this line, that's where you're going to get the next leg. So you could trade this next leg out of here, then it could back test back in this area, and then go on up. So that's kind of what I'm looking for this to possibly build out and do. This will obviously be clear once we kind of see where this kind of tops out at before we pull back. And then I see, like I said, this would be your next possible trade, because you'd be looking for this to break out of this area right here to get this higher move here. And then your stop would be down below this area, and then where this could run to. Yeah, it just depends. But no, that's kind of what we're looking for right now. You've broken the resistance. You've shown that we're going back bullish. The 4-hour never switched. It's always been bullish. So now you're really, this is why, another reason why I'd say be careful down here, because either asking the 1 hour to play into the 4-hour, and the 4-hour gets to rotate bullish like the 1 hour did, or bearish like the 1 hour did, or the 4-hour is going to hold and you're going to rotate the 1 hour back to bullish, which then now we can trade bullishly again on the 15-minute, which that's what we're really trading on. So everything I'm talking about here is just on 1 hour trading, 1 hour charts. So if you got in here, this could have easily run up. Can it run up again? Yeah, it could. It could be kind of in a mini flagging pattern. So if I'm looking at the breakout, if I was going to look for this to break out here, it could be something around here. So this top could come up in this area here or somewhere. This is a resistance area, so that could be a strong area. It's about half of the last move. Wouldn't surprise me if we kind of top out in this area, right around the 8,800 area, and then I would kind of expect this to kind of pull back here. We'll have to see. But hopefully that'll help you out when you are looking at direction. when shifts happen, how the shifts happen in the price action, especially in the higher time frames. We trade on the 15 minutes, so I'm always watching the 1 hour, 4 hour to kind of see which way are we going. I know the macro trend is bullish right now. The weekly and the daily both have high energy for bulls. We're going to hold that. Everything looks good. Now I'm watching my mid time frames to see, are you going to roll the higher time frames over, or are we really just in a small pullback? And then we're going to see the rotation back like we're watching right now. Actually, that's why I'm pointing this out to you. And we're going to go back and trade the 15-minute bullishly and get some nice runs up. So if your trend is bullish, this is where you're going to see a lot stronger runs. When your trend is bullish and the market starts to roll over on a bearish, it's really just a pullback, and you can see it happen very quickly. It was rough. Didn't get nice strong movement, broke down and instantly started to climb back into rotation. That's common. So that's why I always want to make sure you know really where the trend is on the bigger time frame, the macro and the micro. The micro we're talking about right now, it's just the small areas. Now we're rotating back in, and things are starting to look good again. Some strong targets here, pullback probably, nice strong run up. And we'll start to see some stair stack going on. Well, let's go back in time and see what happened. Well, here you go. Same kind of thing. We're still in that bearish. Everything's bearish or bullish. We got a bearish movement, which is just a quick pullback. Instantly gained back up into this area, which really just kind of looks like right now, right? It's trying to roll, and then we've already snapped back above it. And then we were off to the races. Well, how far did we go on those runs? Well, let's go ahead and mark the top to bottom here. Ran about 7%, give or take. The one thing I will point out, though, the first run ran about, typically when it runs away from its moving average, the 200, a lot of times you'll see an expansion of 1.5 to 2.5%. A lot of times once it gets that range, you'll see it want to take a breather. So you see it ran out, got up to around 2% or so, and then it took a breather, came back in. Then it ran out again, ran out. So it just constantly was moving, started to run up, took a breather, ran up. And really, when you look at it, like, well, that just ran up to 2% or 7%. But this started on May 1st, and we topped out on May 6th. So this is a whole week's running. And we're already on Thursday here as I'm doing this recording with you. So we've already started to push up. Friday could push it up in this upper area, and then we could bleed on the back on the weekend or whatever, and then Monday next week we could see a nice, some more solid pump. Or it could just get up in here and trade sideways through into the weekend, and then we'd see a nice push up. That's what makes me pretty excited. Next week does look pretty cool. So we'll have to just kind of see how this kind of sets up here for us as we end up the week and kind of see where we're looking at. But it does look like we're definitely probably looking at this little bit of run up. Definitely need to find a pullback area and then get the nice run up on that third leg there. So hopefully that helps you shows you guys though how to look at it and really know where your levels are. That way you know what this trend line is. When you broke the bearish trend, you knew you're right back into the bullish trend, and you could definitely take advantage of the trend's your friend until the end. You can definitely catch all that stuff. So all right, guys, I will lead you to this. Practice. Get good at reading price action, get good at reading these levels, and really analyzing everything I'm showing you, because this is going to help you become a better trader and be able to test your systems, your ideas, and you can really hold the charts accountable to what you're trying to trade. So yeah, like and subscribe, hang out with us, put comments in. We definitely would love to hear what you have to say, and we'll continue to grow and develop with each other. So see you guys in the next video. Take care.